So today I'm going to be talking about having your horse in front of the leg. I'm going to start by defining this because I think it can be quite a grey area sometimes, it's quite a vague saying. And then I'm going to explain why it's important to have your horse in front of the leg. So maybe that might give you a little bit more incentive to get it. And then I'm going to lead into some clips of me riding, how I check if my horse is in front of the leg, and then if they're not, the exercises and things I do to achieve that. So if this sounds like something that you're interested in, please carry on watching. Okay, I wanted to keep the definition quite simple. So the first thing is how quickly they react to your leg, and the second is if they react with the appropriate amount of energy, i.e. impulsion. Why is it so important then? There's hundreds of reasons to why it's important, but I wanted to pick the main one to talk about, which is it's the biggest key to getting your horse to use themselves properly with true engagement. So if you think about the energy of your horse, sometimes if you put your leg on your horse, it can feel that they go backwards, maybe left, right, up, down, everywhere. But you want to feel like the energy is flowing forwards. This is why when your horse is in front of the leg, it can fix the contact, it can fix the straightness, the rhythm. It's the biggest factor to helping you improve your horse's way of going. So that's why it's so important. So I decided to use my lovely mother as the example on her horse Matt, as he has a tendency to be a little bit behind the leg, so I thought it would be easier for you guys to see. So we're going to start by just doing some halts to check if he's in front of the leg. So she's going to squeeze with her calf, and if you feel that you have to lift your heels up or that you're walking off with the handbrake on, as you can see he is a little bit, that's an indication that the horse is behind the leg. So I'm just going to show you this again. An important note to take in is, although he's halting square and he's quite round, at this stage you don't need to really worry about that. You just want to be thinking about the reaction of the leg, and then when the horse is going a little bit more, that's when you can start to close them up that little bit. So she squeezes with the calf, and again he moves off very slowly. He dips his back slightly, that's just because he's not working through from behind. Now we've come to the conclusion that he's behind her leg, we need to start doing something about it. The best way to get a horse more in front of your leg is lots and lots of transitions, so that's what we're going to look at today. So I'm going to ask her to halt again, and she's going to do the same thing. She's going to squeeze with the leg, but instead of ignoring him not moving off it, she's going to do something about it. So the squeeze, and then she backs it up with the kick. As you can see, Matt's reactions are getting much better quite quickly. That's because we've done quite a lot of work with him in this. If you feel a bit frustrated because your horse isn't getting there as quickly, don't panic, just keep sticking at it and keep doing the same thing, and then they'll start to pick it up. So now I think we're ready to go and look at it in the trot. So we're going to do the same thing in the trot, the transitions from trot, walk, trot. You're going to keep the walk in between quite quick to keep the horse alert. And as you can see, Matt's jogging a little bit in between it. That's because he's anticipating the trot. It's not something that we really want, but at this stage, don't worry about it too much. Just try your best to not let them jog. So we're going to ask again. And trot. Good, he's starting to push from behind a little bit more and get that little bit more of power. You don't have to do this in sitting trot, by the way. It can be in rising, sitting, it doesn't make a difference. If you feel easier in the rising, go for that. So she's going to walk, squeeze with the calf, back it up with a kick. But as you can see, she's not having to kick as hard now as he's a lot more alert. You don't have to do this on a circle. The reason we're doing it is filming purposes. A good exercise is to go around the outside of the arena and every other marker do a trot, walk, trot transition, and that'll give you a little bit more of a routine. Okay, so he's cantered there. The reason I put this in is just to show mistakes happen and don't panic, and just put them back into trot and carry on. Much better. And now you can see he's working through his whole body.
So now we're going to go into canter. Instead of showing you the canter trot canter transitions, I thought I'd show you a transition within the pace. So this is how to step it up a little bit. So you bring the horse back and then push forwards into a bit more of a medium canter. As you can see, she brings him back, he gets a little bit sluggy, a little bit flat. So you want to think about keeping that jump in the canter as you bring it back, but this will improve as you continue the exercise. And then push forwards again. That's it, good. And again, you don't have to do this on a circle, you can go around the outside of the arena, you can do it within movements. It's a really good exercise for making sure the horse is on your aids. So there, she's just pushed him a little bit more forwards. You can see his hind legs are starting to come underneath him a little bit more. She brings him back. And it's not so flat, and it's got that jump, and the canter's already improved. So she's going forwards again. And here's the canter after she's done this work for a little bit. You can see he's a lot more energetic, a lot more pushing through, a lot more willing to work. And this is the idea of the transitions and the on and back. Much better bounce in the canter now.
Okay, so that was my video on in front of the leg. I hope you found it useful. If you just take one thing away from this video, then I will be happy and feel like I've done my job properly. If you enjoyed it, then please like, comment and subscribe, and I will get some more videos out to you ASAP. Bye!